it's a cold black night here in Tasmania. This is a live of the different groovers. I am pretty much showing you nothing. No, I am, but I've got 35% battery, which will probably not charge as quickly as it goes down. But I better get moving. But first of all, I want to show you, I'm just leaving Mona. For those of you who were with me earlier today, you know that I took everyone for a lovely drive out to Mona, where I've spent the day with friends of mine from the mainland who've come to Tassie for Dark Mofo, our beautiful midwinter festival. And I'm leaving Mona, but you're going to see Spectra. But whether or not my battery lasts till we get into town so I can show you Hobart all painted red is another story. G'day, cement shoes. But you are going to see Spectra, which is right in front of us now, or just to the right of us. But it's about a 20-minute drive into Hobart, so I'm hoping my battery lasts the distance. But if it doesn't, cement shoes, at least you get to see Spectra, which is this stunning light display that goes right up into the clouds. And it's right there. The base of it, there's some photos I just put on my page, but I don't know if I put the base of it, but it's a heap of lights, shitload of lights. And they literally go up to the clouds. I took a little video that I'll edit and upload later. Hey, Blue. We're leaving beautiful Mona. I'm just showing you guys Spectra, which is this light, this pillar of light. It's actually made up of a heap of individual lights, and it goes right up to the clouds. But because I'm driving, I can't show you. So we're just driving out of Mona, but I thought I'd do a quick drive around Hobart just so you can see how it all gets painted red for, or lit up red for Dark Mofo. But it's a race, it's a race against time. I've got 35% battery because we were taking lots of videos and photos while we were out here today. Had a beautiful afternoon, AJ. How about you? Hey, Emily. So, yeah, it's going to be a race against the battery, but I'm coming back into Hobart again on the weekend. So if I don't get to do the night tour of Hobart tonight, don't worry. I'm actually going the long way home to do this too. So I'm hoping I at least you get to see the bridge or something. But there'll be some buildings and things on the way into Hobart that might be lit up red as well. Like everyone gets into the spirit of it. We just had the most beautiful afternoon. One of my neighbours, who's an amazing musician, was playing down in the museum when my friends from interstate arrived, and some of them met him last night because he was at the Winter Feast, and they were very excited to see Ben live in action. Ben Salter, those of you who are going to Google him, he does beautiful music. And then we went up the top bit of the museum. Is like beautiful garden with a big lawn area and a purpose-built stage for live music, and they have all these food stalls and pop-up bars and fire pots, and we hung out there for ages, and then we walked down and watched Spectra starting to light up the sky, and then as it got darker and darker, it became more beautiful. There was a big fire pot that we were standing around. Oh, there's a little potteroo. Oh, it's a wallaby, actually. Not Ben Sultan, Ben Salter. You're thinking of Dan Sultan. Dan Sultan is not my neighbour. Yeah, I know. We've got the peak hour traffic, right? We'll see. I know the Derwent Entertainment Centre's got a bit of red happening because I saw it from Mona. But, yeah, whether we get into Hobart, it's a race against the battery groovers, but I'll bring you in over the weekend. You're totally thinking of Dan Sultan. Who's awesome too. Let's flog all the good Aussie singers. But yeah, Ben Salter. who left Melbourne and moved to Dodgers Ferry, little coastal town of 2,000 people. We end up with this great muso who's my neighbour. He's good value. But he was playing down in the museum when my friends from interstate arrived earlier. They came out on the ferry. So, yeah, the Derwent Entertainment Centre to the left. You're going to get a little glimpse. See, there's some red on the left. That's our entertainment centre, and they've lit up red for Dark Mofo. And I'm eating again. I just grabbed an apple brioche with a custard filling. Because Tassie is just all about eating food all the time. That's why we're all round. You live in a cold climate, you put on kiln. It's authorised chubbiness. I've got no idea, Emily. Wouldn't have a clue. I haven't been to the deck for, God, I don't know, a couple of years now. The last time I went to the deck, I saw the Foo Fighters, and that was like, I don't know, pre-COVID. So you were on a diet. If you were on a diet, I would have just wrecked it. I like to be useful. We've only lost 2% battery so far, so we might get to Hobart. I just want to show you, I'm just going to do a little drive around Hobart so you can see how everyone gets into the spirit of Dark Mofo and lights everything up red, and it's just so pretty. And because it's like midwinter, it's so dark. I just stalled. How embarrassing. Sorry. I was shoving brioche in my mouth and forgot about my clutch and my gear stick, and that was embarrassing. Okay, I can't read chat for a while, guys. We're in traffic. I didn't even know they were doing work on the deck, Emily, so I don't know. I've really got to pay attention, guys, because the traffic's pretty heavy, and I'm in tailgate suburbs. I'm in the suburbs where everyone has to sit an inch behind your car. So I've really got to pay attention. But hello to anyone rolling on in, and we're currently driving through the outer suburbs of Hobart. I'm heading into Hobart to show you how Hobart, a lot of the buildings light up red for Dark Mofo. I might even try and do a video and a walk around, because all of the docks down at the harbour, because it's midwinter, the water is like jet black at night and everything is just so still, and it mirror images onto the water. Like, it's very pretty. But we're also racing against my battery. We're on 32%. We've still got a bit of battery. But yeah, I can't read chat at the moment because there's way too many cars and way too many tailgaters and bogans and assholes. Northern suburbs, baby. There's no polite traffic where I am right now, and the only option I have is to focus on that, the driving. But I hope everyone's really well, and I hope that chat will welcome everyone and greet them. Please don't be offended if I don't read your comment. What is Dark Mofo? Dark Mofo is, I see a glance, it's a winter festival. It used to go for 3 weeks, and then because of COVID, 2020 it got cancelled. It was the first major festival in Australia to be cancelled, and David Walsh, the brains behind Mona and Dark Mofo, got criticised nationally for pulling the pin on a festival in June. I think he pulled the pin in February or March. Like, it might have even been before it was declared a global pandemic. And he was criticised for that and saying that he was being alarmist and buying into, the panic. And as it turned out, he's like, well, I'm bringing people from overseas and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So he pulled the pin, and it actually, after he pulled the pin on Dark Mofo, a lot of other major events were pulled as well. So he kind of set the ball rolling for that. Last year, it just went for a weekend. Spectra, which was the light that I showed just driving out of Mona, they still lit it even in the 2 years they didn't have a Dark Mofo, sort of as a beacon of hope that it would return. But it's a very offbeat, quirky festival. Like, a lot of musicians that we're nearly in the city, by the way, so you'll see a bit of it before my battery carks it. Really offbeat stuff. Like, I mean, if he does bring anyone well known here, it's usually someone a bit kooky like Nick Cave. Like, it's not a commercial festival at all, and it's very kinky. There's a lot of, it's an adults festival in many respects, but families also roam the streets. There's lots of pop-up bars and fire pots and kid-friendly things. Red, because it's satanic, Aussie. No, it's just a very bright colour against a very dark sky and dark water. It's always been the colour for Dark Mofo is red. So the buildings and you'll see, I'm going to go around the Botanical Garden, so you'll see the bridge lit up, and then we'll do a bit of a drive around Hobart and I'll show you some of the buildings. Yes, I do appreciate thumbs up. Oh, Blue, you'd love it. It's got like really stunning visual, like all the buildings around the docks turn into venues, and you go down into basements of buildings, and there's soundscapes, there's visual art, there's performance art, there's a rave. They do like raves called Night Mass. All the restaurants do Dark Mofo inspired menus, or they'll have a signature cocktail. It usually coincides with the Hendrick's Gin global competition for a drink, and so they often do like a gin-based hot toddy that you can get a little enamel mug and walk around the streets. But everyone rugs up and wears their big warm coats, and this Victorian driver in front of me, oh my God, it's just veering all over the place. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Oh, great, I'm still stuck behind the road. So dangerous. Stay in your fucking lane, you lane crossing Victorian. Blue, you should come down. It's like I've got about, well, I've just caught up with 14 people from the mainland that are all here at the moment. Every year we start a bubble on Messenger, and anyone who knows anyone who's coming, they all get added to the bubble, and we go around in a big group. Like last night we went to the Winter Feast, to Mona. Tomorrow they're actually doing Salamanca Market, but there's a lot of installations all over Hobart, so there's lots of things to do and see, and there's kinky stuff and there's bright colourful stuff, and there's things to provoke thinking. There's things that are just really bad that you go, well, that was really bad. Hopefully you'll be able to see the bridge to the left. They light it up underneath. They put red lights under the bridge. It's really pretty. But because you guys get a panoramic view, it probably won't look as magnificent as it does for me. Even a glimpse will give you an idea. Yeah, bloody mainlanders. Bloody mainland drivers been crossing the line, and that's why accidents are caused. Like, you've only got to be 6 inches over the line and boom. Fucking danger. Robinson. Good, he's going over the bridge. But we're going under the bridge, so you have to pay attention because I'm not stopping so you can take a photo. But you'll be able to see some red as we go under. Oh, we're not going to. It's to the left, to the left. The bit we're going under isn't lit up, but to the left it is. Hopefully you can see. You'll see it when we leave, if I've still got any battery left. But it's just so pretty, and everyone gets rugged up and wander the streets. And like I said, there's pop-up bars and hot toddies and fire pots and all these buildings that are normally businesses and campuses, university campuses. They often have like little installations in their basements or in the main room. It's just really quirky and it's just fun. But I've actually got a birthday barbecue back where I live tonight, so I'm heading back down there shortly. But I thought I'd just give you a little drive around so you can see all the, well, not all of them, but just some of Hobart painted red. It's pretty cool. But it's also Friday night, so there's a lot of traffic. People are heading home after work, and we had a lush old time out at Mona today. What's the temp? It's currently 10 degrees. But it's a clear night, as usual, no rain. Have a look at the website. Just punch in Dark Mofo into your Google machine and have a look at it. I mean, you'll look at the program and go, I've never heard of any of this shit. And that's why it's so cool, because you get to see some pretty quirky shit that you wouldn't normally see. And some of it's incredible. And some of it's just downright weird. And most of it's free. There are ticketed events, but there's a lot of free stuff, which makes it a really affordable trip to Tassie, See, there's a bit of red there on the right at the top. Little buildings have got little red lights in their windows or like red light bulbs inside. You've got Hobart Brewing Co. just here. They've got a beautiful big outdoor beer garden that's amazing all year round. But, yeah, they've got a lot of red lights going on in there. Up in the control tower directly in front, they've got red lights in their windows, but I don't know if you'll see that because of the panoramic shot. Even the little barrier there's got red lights. Straight ahead is the Grand Chancellor. They always get a bit crazy about it and light up red, so you'll be able to see that. But the museum is amazing. Turn your lights on, fuckface. I've got to pay attention to, guys, because there's people everywhere. I'm going straight ahead. Do you mind? I'm just sorting out the traffic. Yeah, the red does make it look warm. But yeah, so this hotel here, the Grand Chancellor, they have as you can see, they've got all the sort of lobby on each floor where the lifts are. That's all lit up red. They changed their branding to be red on the hotel. I'm not going to go any further because this car's going to get wedged up the end and I'm going to get wedged behind it. This little restaurant's got all the reds happening. Even outer suburbs of Hobart get lit up red. Like it's all just good fun. Some of them, I don't know if you're going to pick up the lighting because there's a warehouse up front that's all lit up red as well. But it might be a bit far away for you guys to see the colour. And then there are the crucifixes. So these big red crucifixes are all over the place. People get upset because one of them's inverted. But if you Google St. Peter, he had an inverted cross. But yes, every year the Christians get a bit upset about the inverted cross and say that we're all satanic and evil, which cracks me up because there's all these families wandering the streets and standing around fire pots with their kids, and it's like, we're not satanic, for fuck's sake. We just like our festivals. Did you see the inverted cross? They used to do them all over the like whole rows. They do it every year's a bit different. Some years there's been like 50 of them just all straight down this bit of the docks. Oh, cool, a car's pulling out. I want to pull in here. It's still not really dark enough. I'm indicating. I'm going to pull in where that car's coming out. Oh my God, what are they doing? Tassie drivers. It's a bloody mainlander. I'm telling you, it's a bloody mainlander. Although I'm about to pull in where they are, so getting out. Oh, that prick's going to take my park. Are you kidding me? All right, we're giving up on that. I'll find another way to show you the museum. That bastard took my park. I hate that. Oh, and he's reversing in because that's the really cool thing to do down here in peak hour traffic. Yeah, we're all devil worshippers here, aren't we, Emily? We'll eventually get over the bridge. The museum is to my right now, and it's so pretty. I'll do a walk around down here. All the businesses, you know how businesses have lights on their building with their brands? They all change it to red during dark Mofo. So like the Telstra building, which normally has blue, is red. The museum directly opposite here is all lit up. The museum's the best. They always nail it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Who is this cunt? It's got 30% battery, for God's sake, man. Well, this has been fun. I don't know if you can hear the music, but at other park, yeah, they're a very shit parker. You'll love Mona Blue. Everybody does. It's amazing. Oh my God, that guy is still trying to park that fucking beast of a mobile. And he stole my park. You stole my park. Did you hear the guy playing the guitar back there? That was very nice music. There's a big red lit up thing there on the right. Frank Restaurant's all red. The wharf to my left, because it's people have just finished work, there's people everywhere, so I'm not going to be able to slow down or even probably find parks. So you're just going to have to spot things as we go. Unfortunately, like there's a wharf to the left of here that's all red. You can probably see bits of the roof. It's just so pretty though. And there's lots of food stalls, little pop-up bars, hot toddies everywhere. I'm not allowed to turn left. There's a lot of the hub of Dark Mofo is just to the left of here, so that's why I can't go left. But I'm determined to show you T-Mag. It's just so pretty. Hey, Mojo. It's very pretty. You'll be able to see the museum if I go this way, but yeah, again, you guys, you just got to have your eyes peeled. But the museum is going to come into vision. Well, it's in vision now. It's very red. It's right there, straight ahead. Do you see it? Do you see it? There's buildings lit up red everywhere. Like I could honestly just take you all over the city, but My battery won't last that long. I'll go into the Muir's T-Mag, T-Bag, T-Mag, Tasmanian Museum and Art Gallery. But yeah, I'll try and do a walk down around here. I'll see if I can get some of the guys to approve that I go live while we're wandering around. I'm sure they won't mind. If we've had a few hot toddies, they won't mind. Australians aren't, and well, they're not all Aussies, but Australians don't love cameras the way Americans do. Building to the left, all lit up. I hope you're catching glimpses of it. Yes, thank you. Yeah, fill everyone in on what's going on while I focus on driving. So yes, it's Dark Mofo. It's a winter festival and it's centered around the winter solstice, and there's actually a massive nudie swim on the winter solstice in the morning. If you Google Dark Mofo, you'll see all the stuff about. In fact, if you Google Dark Mofo nudie swim, there's heaps of photos online, which is why I won't do it. Because Blue will be watching and looking at all the photos and zooming in to spot me. When you do the swim, you sign a waiver that there's good chances your boobs and bums will feature in photos. Oh, the camera doesn't, but when I'm walking around, well, have a look on my community page. My camera's actually amazing. It's just going live on StreamYard on a bloody browser on a phone that's the issue. If they'd create an app, life would be much better. Hi, Armdale Scooter. How are you? Haven't seen you for a while. But if I turn in here, this is Muir's, and where all the so this is Constitution Dock, where all the fish punts are. I mean, the visuals at the moment aren't great too because it's night and there's a lot of lights because there's a lot of traffic. But you know how I was saying the businesses, they change their branding. So like up here, there's a little restaurant in this complex called Pearl & Co. And usually it's white, but they've made it red for Dark Mofo. Just to right on the left, straight ahead, but on the left. You can see the inverted crucifixes over there too, or one of them. And if I come back around this way, you'll get to see T-Mag, not T-Bag. Some of the punts have got little red fairy lights along the front of them. There's the museum right there. And we're going to literally pull out and look straight at it. So, but it reflects over on the dock in the water. The water's jet black, and then you have this beautiful red building reflecting. And you can see on the right, that's the Grand Chancellor Hotel again, and that's their elevator shaft, like where all the lobbies are on each floor where the lifts are. It's all lit up red. Traffic's feral because there's people leaving work and then there's people coming in to go to Dark Mofo. It's crazy time. What was I thinking? And there's the museum right there, right there. Look, 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 look. Got it, got it. And a lot of buildings all over the city are lit up like that. Very pretty. You're real good. You've just been working. Have to confess I watch or listen to your lives all at work, but I've been working. Oh, groovy. Yeah, a bit of culture. Culture with a capital K. Culture. Yeah, I'm letting you in, unlike that arsehole behind me who wasn't letting anyone in. Not going to get in the way of Dial a Doctor. Like, look at this beautiful old colonial building up here. If I get in this lane and wait for the lights to change. Here we go. Look at me driving this beautiful old colonial building on the left. But there's so many. Like, all the tops of the buildings have got red shit on them, and it's so pretty. And the city's pumping. It was pumping last night. It kind of looks pink. Ozzy, stop it. I can't change that. It's red, man. I mean, that's a white building. It's white brick. It's painted white. Brick building painted white. So with red lights on it, yeah, you're going to get more of pink. But it looks very red to me. But we might as well, I'm going to head down to my place because I've got to be at a barbecue in an hour and a half. And I've got so many lives to set up for the next couple of days. It's ridiculous. Tomorrow we're going to make a cheats paella for lunch. A really easy chorizo paella, as I call it. So tune in for that. And also I'm going to show you how to make a really easy chocolate mousse, and also an apple jelly that's really yummy to serve with cheeses. An apple and rosemary jelly. So that's what I'm going to make tomorrow. And a soup. And I can't remember what soup I'm making. I think it's green. I think it could be broccoli. I can't remember. So that's what we're cooking tomorrow. But I'm going to slow cook the soup, so you'll literally just see me put shit in a pot. And then I've got to see what time Dateline, the hour-long interview with Amber, goes for. I've decided I'm not going to stream Dateline live because I think I'll get struck if I do. And I've already got one strike. So I'm going to wait till it's not actually airing live. I'll do it afterwards, possibly. Or we could take it over to the Smooth Criminal channel and do it over there because I haven't got any strikes on that channel. So, you know, that might be the way to go. But I'll let you know. But I need to find out when the Dateline interview goes to air and whether I have to get up at 3 a.m. to do that. Plus, we're going to meet the 2 new adopted members of our community. I was going to do that this weekend. I'm actually going to do that on Wednesday. It's still June. But with so many friends in Tassie at the moment, it's just something else on my plate that I can move that till Wednesday. And I need to get the certificates and everything from Bonnarong. And I've also got to hook up with Grandma Ducky to make sure she's around. You might get to see a little bit of the bridge lit up red, but I'm not slowing down on the highway to show you. But to the right is the bridge. Can you see that? Can you see the red? They light up the bottom of it, like underneath. It's very groovy. And then I'm also doing a live talking about the trial that's kicking off in Australia this week, which some of you will be disappointed because we don't broadcast our trials live. So there's not going to be courtroom footage, but I'm covering it because the ramifications of this trial are quite significant, and it's also a really full-on story that I think is worth sharing because it's to do with powerful leaders of countries and inappropriate behaviour and cover-ups and all kinds of stuff. So I'll be covering that. So I'm going to do a bit of an intro to that on the weekend as well. And then in between all of that, I'm entertaining interstate guests and doing housework and going to the gym and, you know, having a weekend. A lot on, girls. But if someone who has a way of messaging me, or if someone can email, I can't read chat while I'm on the highway either, guys, so this is going to be a bit of a boring live in terms of me engaging with chat. But if anyone can find out when the interview of Amber on Dateline, because it's the 17th of June, and that's when Dateline goes to air, if someone can let me know, either send me an email or put a comment under this live or under my most recent post on my community page, if it fits in with all the other shit I got going on. Oh, and I'm also feeding friends' cats twice a day at the moment too, as you do. But yeah, if anyone can do some research and find out when Dateline is going live, maybe we'll do it on my Smooth Criminal channel, because I've got 3 free strikes to use. And I'll put something up on this channel, and I'll do a little video or something, and I'll put something on my community post to send people over to the other channel. But I'd really like to cover it and react to it, because I think she's insane. I mean, well, she is. But I think we'll have a lot of fun with that. But also, you know, the usual serious, I put that in inverted commas, legal commentary. Hey, Turtle Dove. Hello to anyone else who's rolling on in. Chat, you're going to have to just greet people. I think everyone will work out that I'm on a highway, so, and it's busy. There's a lot of traffic for Tassie right now. People have finished work and they're heading home for the weekend, so hi to anybody rolling on in. Sorry, I'm not reading chat. I've got a bit going on. And yeah, if anyone, I don't know who's in chat, but anyone in the US who's either on Messenger with me, or anyone that can send me an email to smoothcriminalchannel@gmail.com, and it's smoothcriminalchannel, all one word, about what time and what time zone Amber's, or just what time Dateline is showing Amber's interview, because I really want to react to it. Either live or after it's gone to air. I didn't even bother doing the second 10-minute snippet because I thought that was really boring. The bit that I watched all of it. I was like, I'm more interested in talking about the juror speaking out, the new one. I don't think it was a good idea. Personally, I read the article and there were a few things in the article that were really concerning to me. So I wouldn't mind covering that just a little bit too, and talking about why I think it's really bad that if it is a legitimate juror, I know the TikTok one was allegedly a hoax, but if the new one is an actual juror, I don't think it was a good idea. They made a few comments that were a bit like, you don't want her to succeed on an appeal, and the conservative lawyer in me kicked in, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't think it'll change the outcome, but I can't think off the top of my head what the sentences were, but they were potentially very damaging. They could certainly be used in an appeal if she included a ground of appeal that was about social media influence. There was something that this alleged juror said that I was like, well, there you go. And there was also something else that they said about their verdict, which wasn't relating to a point of law. It wasn't relating to the elements of defamation. So, yeah, I don't think it was good, personally. But I also don't really know the American judicial system inside and out either, so I don't know if it has potential to be damaging. But there were a few red flags, and I'd like to revisit that and look at it into a bit more detail. Like, I just listened to the alleged comments, and it didn't sound good. The article did not sound good. The quotations worried me a lot. So, yeah, that's interesting. But also, if the Daylight interview is anything like that first 10-minute grab from NBC Today, I really want to watch that because she's fucking insane. The only thing I got out of the second 10-minute grab that I was like, once again, you're proving you're really not acting like a victim, was her saying that she still loves Johnny. I mean, the fact that she calls him Johnny is very unvictim-like. You usually don't continue to call your abuser by their pet name or their nickname or their first name. Like, you look at how he referred to Amber as misheard, you know. But the Johnny thing bothers me. But then she went on to say that she still loves him. And that's just not very victim-like. I mean, even if you do feel some sort of sentimental fondness because of the good times that you shared, or, you know, when people have children together, there's often that sort of, he's the father of my children, you know, part of me is always going to love him for the sake of my children or whatever. But I don't think going on international, essentially, television saying that you still love your abuser is very victim-like at all. Don't forget, Groovers, too, like, there'll be some times like where the traffic will be a bit slower or be in a slower zone. If you do write things or you've written stuff you want me to see, just keep pasting it in capital letters, and also short comments, because I can't read lowercase at all, and I definitely can't read paragraphs. And I can't read at the moment anyway because we're in the middle of a really windy, weird bit of roadworks. I'll go home and feed my, and it looks like it's a bit foggy tonight too. I'll go home and feed my little sunny bum and then pop down to this barbecue for a few hours. Yay! Yay! It's very foggy. Thick as pea soup. Doesn't look it on the screen, but it's fucking thick as pea soup out there, I'm telling you. Actually, it's cleared a bit now. She's not a victim's asshole. Well said. I mean, I'm not saying victims never use somebody's name, but I told the story the other night about my narcissistic ex, and he was diagnosed with it and also borderline personality disorder. It's not me just being a disgruntled ex calling him a narcissist. He actually is. Um, but his name's Andrew, but everyone knows him as Andy. Like while I was with him, he was Andy. And when our relationship finally ended, when he finally let go of me because he just kept clinging on like a fucking barnacle, I've never referred to him as well, not never. I refer to him as Andrew because Andy kind of was his, that was his nice name when he was a nice person, and he realised what a messed up piece of shit he is. And then a few years later, like a lot of his exes, we've all met, and I'm very good friends with his ex-wife. But this other girl that had a relationship with him quite a few years later, she wrote a blog, and I found her via that because I Googled his name and up came this blog. I think his ex-wife had mentioned it. But anyway, the first time we caught up, she was still calling him Andy, and I was like, I can't handle that. You've got to call him Andrew. But, that's not to say there weren't times occasionally where I would still sort of call him Andy, but for the most part, you tend to drop whatever that sort of pet name was or the nice name was when you were a happy couple. Well, I seem to see that as a bit of a consistent thing with other victims. So, yeah. Oh, Miss Kay, I won't be able to read that massive paragraph, but thank you for the comment. I think you're talking about the juror. I don't think the new juror has been verified, just like the other one wasn't, but a lot of it sounded incredibly similar to the other one, but then there wasn't anything that rang out as something that may not be true. I mean, it was pretty logical stuff because they saw what we saw. But if that juror is an actual juror from the trial, I think they should have zipped their lip a little bit. You did the same with Michael. Yep, see, Deb's vouching. You want to take that familiar name that is often a name that couples look at, pussycat. Don't you be crossing the road like that. This is a busy road. Why come out early? You mean the juror? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you sit in a trial like that and just see what a bullshitter Amber was. Why would you jeopardize the verdict's been overturned, like on an appeal? Like, why would you do that? Except for your 15 minutes of fame, Elaine. Like it just does not sit well with me at all. Like, and that's something that just doesn't happen here. Like, jurors in trials don't become celebrities or get their 15 minutes of fame. Like, they do their civic duty and they're thanked for their duty and off they go. There may be, I can't think off the top of my head, there might be someone who 50 years later does a little memoir and talks about it, but I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. Not saying it doesn't happen, but I can't think of any that I know of. So that's kind of odd because a lot of jurors in very big trials, like wasn't there a juror who sort of became a bit of a semi-celebrity because they were on the O.J. Simpson jury. Like, that's something that's so unfamiliar to me and to us. VR's written in lowercase paragraph, got absolutely no chance in hell of reading that. Sorry, Gruber. I'm sure it's very intelligent and informative, but this is why these drive lives bug me, because I love engaging chat and it's just not safe to. And the other thing is, because I'm on a phone, on a browser, you literally get 2 comments on the screen and then they're gone, or half of them are gone. It's really hard to. I pretty much only get to grab the really short little bold capital sentences, if anything. Oh, I see the word scissorhands. Wasn't that a stupid comment? I mean, she slammed Camille from the lawyer who represents the man who made the world believe he had scissors for hands. That's what I was saying the other night. She's in a fucking dream world. She's like this. She's starstruck by Hollywood and found herself in it and was just like moist all the time because she was living her fantasy life. I think the only person in the world who thought that Edward actually had scissors for hands was her. But what annoyed me more than that was to have a dig at Camille and demean her. Lawyers have to represent people who come to them and ask them to represent them. You only get rid of a client if you've got a conflict, or if they say to you, I murdered this person, but I'm going to plead not guilty. Otherwise, you represent. You can sack a client if they refuse to take your advice. But everyone is entitled to a fair trial. That's the oath we take. And we take an oath that says we will do the best we can to give that person a fair trial. Like, somebody had to represent Johnny. It just turns out he got a very fucking good legal team. I mean, Johnny's not doing an interview going from the lawyer, as in Elaine, who was dumb enough to represent the biggest bullshitter on the planet. Hello, Dodo. It's a night drive, so there's not a lot of scenery, but we've had fun. Still got battery. I'm at 26%. This phone is epic. We're heading home. It's getting very foggy and cold. I'll get out of my little corduroy pinafore and put on some warmer. I'll put on some jeans and I'll put on some woolly socks and big boots and get my big puffer jacket. Although my puffer jacket's not a black waterproof Tassie tuxedo. Mine's a big navy blue, very fine corduroy. Yum, yum. I'm just assuming lowercase comments are you guys talking to each other, which is usually what I encourage. But yeah, this is the problem with Drive Lives, is you kind of just have to listen to me prattle on about shit and hang out with each other. At least I'm providing you somewhere to hang out. Like, I'm just background noise. I should be. You should all just be hanging out and checking in with each other. Yeah, how are you doing, beautiful turtle? Oh, shit. It's still 60 through here. Slow down, Tori. I mean, I love all of you and I appreciate your lovely comments. I just can't read them. I need a passenger reading out my chat to me. I need Lily. Lily would do it. And Lily's very keen to get onto the YouTubes on my channel. The next time she comes to stay, I'll get Lily up. You can all meet her. She's keen as. Because she's that, social media addicted, TikToking 15-year-old. She's gorgeous. So she's pumped to make an appearance on Better Call Tour. But you're not allowed to ask her for dirt on me. She'll tell you. I'm going to have to word her up before we hit the go live button. So, Lily, what goes on in the beach shack stays in the beach shack. My reputation's at stake. She has the same cheeky that I've got, so if she tries, I will one-up her with something she's done. She's way naughtier than I was at her age. We might even do some cooking or something. We love making Japanese salmon rice bowls. That's our favourite thing to cook when she stays. So we might go live and make them and she can chatter away from the shitty kitty kitchen. She definitely has her aunt's cheeky. She does. So bizarre. Like, my niece Jemima is 30 years younger than me. I hate saying that. It sounds insane. And she and I are peas in a pod. And Lily is 40 years younger than me. What the fuck? And we're peas in a pod too. The three of us are very similar girls. And it drives their mums crazy. But there's this auntie in the mix who's just another version of their daughters. So when they question me about stuff, they're like, do you think this is okay? I'm like, yeah. Of course it is. And they're looking at me like, can you please be the adult in this situation? And I'm like, no. I didn't have children. I don't have to be the adult. You're talking to the wrong auntie. I love being the creepy auntie. But yeah, it's incredible how big our age gaps are, but we're just all like versions of each other. The terrible three. So do come and hang out on the weekend because I'll be live a lot. I'm thinking if someone's let me know when Dateline is, if someone can let me know. I can Google it when I get home, but I did law because I'm bad at maths. You've got no idea how long it takes me to work out if something's going live in America at a certain time, how to work out when it's live here. AJ was awesome during the Depp and Heard because she worked out the time, and because we're both in the same time zone, it was easy. But I got thrown with that bloody NBC Today thing because it didn't screen. That's the other thing. It didn't happen live here. Like, we tend to get things a bit behind. Like, even Survivor, it's usually like 6 hours after it's aired in the States. Same with Breaking Bad. It's never when it happens. But by God, if I can find it, I will. So that's probably the next live I'll do. I'll get up in the morning, I'll go to the gym, and then I'll do a bit of cooking. The trial I'm following, I'll do on Sunday at some point in the morning before I head into town, probably after I've fed the cats. And then, yeah, we'll do the Bonnarong rescues or the adopted babies. We'll do them on Wednesday. I'm working Monday, Tuesday, so Wednesday, and then we'll do batshit Wednesday night. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, man. It's crazy. I hope you groomers are all enjoying catching up with each other, though, at the moment. Like, I do like going live just so you guys can all check in with each other. It's kind of cute. And hi to anyone I haven't personally acknowledged. It's great to have you here. Now, the fog is thick as fuck down here. Thank God the barbecue's not far from my place. And it's an indoor barbecue. Like, well, it's an undercover. It's sort of 3/4 enclosed area with a big outdoor kitchen and a fire pot, and it's awesome. It's a great crew, isn't it, Francesca? And g'day, Groover. I don't think I've said hello to you yet. We got good peeps in our community. And we've got some lovely new peeps and new members. All sorts of shit's happening. So exciting. Yeah, it's 7 degrees, Deb, as I rolled into Dodge Vegas. Sunny will be happy to see me. She'll be hungry. And I'm going to put the heating on, so I'm only going to be at this barbie for a couple of hours because there's so much going on at the moment with all the people in town for Dark Mofo. It's actually going to be nice to have an early-ish night because tomorrow will be a late one, and then I'm doing it all over again on Sunday. So but yeah, if anyone can let me know about Dateline, that'd be groovy. I've got a feeling, though, I'll be doing a delayed reaction, but I don't mind that either. Like, the Australian audience won't probably bother getting up if they find a way to stream Dateline in the middle of the night or watch it. I doubt that they'll do that. They might, but I doubt it. And a lot of you guys have got lives too. Like, you're not necessarily available when all the other channels are doing it. Oh, BR, you keep writing essays, Groover. What is it? Useless farm videos. No, I haven't. But I'll check it out. Oh, an attack emu. Bring it on. I shouldn't really. I slowed down. There's a car behind me going, what are you doing? You write beautiful messages, BR, but they're long. It's like they take up the whole chat bit, which is tiny on my screen. It's winter, you have no life. Tassie is so busy through winter. It's really like gorgeous. Everything's really warm. Like, I'm not cold. We've all been rugged up. 10 a.m. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. is Dateline? Is that what you're saying, Blue? Are we able to watch it live, or is it blocked in Australia? I will break them. Third lines. Emus attacks. They love attacking. This screen looks really clear, guys. You've got no idea how thick this fog is. Like, it's pea soup, man. But you're getting a clear visual. This is ridiculous. It's so foggy. You're all just looking at me going, what is she talking about? It's clear as a bell. It's not, though. I wish this bloody tailgating car would get off my ass. Maybe they can't see my tail because it's so foggy. Gotta run and eat. See you, Griever. So there was, I think Blue was saying 10 a.m. for daylight. I'll check. I'll chat for a few more minutes while I'm in my carport before I go up into the house. Because, yeah, I mean, if I can stream it, I'll try. But I'll do it on the Smooth Criminal channel. And I'll put a message on my community page about the live and the link so you can go over there and hit the reminder. The only thing is, if I stream it live, just for the sake of fair use, as much as it's great to watch things sort of as it happens in real time, because it's just an interview, a pre-recorded interview with Amber, I will stop and start it, so I'm not like just playing an hour. And I'll provide a reaction and some commentary, and that might prevent me from getting a strike. But if you just play, like, there's no, I didn't do that with the trial because I didn't want us to get behind. I wanted to see that happening in real time. But an interview with Amber, who cares if we end up wrapping it up half an hour after it starts? You can see the fog, Deb. Now BR's doing such short sentences. BR, I only get like 2 comments on the little chat box or 3 maximum. So short sentences work. I don't know how to pronounce that word, turtle dove, but I know what you mean. Like, you're expecting some sort of creepy monster to jump out. Could happen. It's pretty creepy. Looks like we've got some rain down here. Woohoo! Happy tank, happy garden. All right. I'm going to do my reverse into the carport. It's always really hard at this hour of the night in the dark. You're fucking with me? Awesome. Looks like a VPN is needed for Aussie watching. Oh, I don't have that. I don't think I want to pay for a VPN to watch an Amber Heard interview. Bugger that. We'll watch it in delay. Possibly. I don't know. I need to build a relationship with. That's the one thing that sucks at the moment because I'm so busy. I need to build a relationship with an American YouTuber who will let me play them streaming something, but I don't know anyone well enough to do that and trust that they're not going to strike me, because they'd be perfectly entitled to. But also I'm taking, there's people that would be in my chat that could be watching them. So Proton VPN is free. Oh, we haven't had much rain down here, Deb, at all. So I'm a bit excited. It's been raining. All right, Proton VPN is free. Cool. I'll check that out. Thank you. I'll see if I can work it out. And if it's 10 a.m. our time tomorrow. Yeah, but Lindy Lou, I don't know Emily Baker to ask her if she's fine with me stream. And I don't think she would be when You guys could all literally just go to her channel. I find she's very intelligent, but I just find her very loud and fast talking. Um, sometimes I need calm a lot. Australians are so laid back. It's very in our face sometimes, these really full on, loud, fast talking people. 10 a.m. Thanks, Emily. Fair enough. Oh, no, Lindy Lou, look, honestly, she's great. She's an amazing chick. She's got a great backstory and all of that sort of stuff, and she's very smart and switched on. She knows her shit. I just don't know if she would be okay with me streaming her reacting to something, because other people could actually just go to her channel and support her. Lee D, I have a VPN, but don't know what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, if you want to ask BR, that'd be awesome. But I kind of feel like, even though they've all got tens of thousands of people watching them, oh, I will rest, Ozzy, I will. I'm having a pretty quiet night tonight, so thank you for worrying about me. But no, I know the mark. I know the signs when I'm getting too exhausted. That's why I'm not doing a get up in the middle of the night. But it sounds like I don't need to anyway. That'll be just in time when I get back from the gym. But I think most creators, even when they've got tens of thousands of people watching them, would still prefer everyone's watching them, not watching them via another channel. I'll look into the VPN situation. Nord has a 30-day trial VPN. Okay, thank you, Miss K. I'll have a look into it because I'd rather do it myself. And well, but see, if it's a smaller chat, then they're even less likely to want people not watching on their channel. Because, every view, every thumbs up, every bit of engagement, it all affects your channel. So I can't imagine. I mean, look, I personally, if someone did it with my shit, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd go for it. Still promoting me. But I think a lot of creators, that it's all about being on the algorithm and all that kind of stuff, and they'd prefer people to be on their channel than watch it. I mean, something like Law and Crime Network, they were happy for people to stream them as long as they didn't monetize the videos. But that's the other thing, like if I'm streaming somebody else and I get a super chat, should I technically send the super chat to them? It gets messy. But I'm going to go in and feed Sunny and get rugged up because this Barbie, I need to be there in 40 minutes. And there's 18 of you in here? Really? My God. You groovy groovers. I always end up with my biggest crowd right when I'm logging off. I think everyone's like, she's going to log off. Quick, all go in there. I might even try and read back your comments too. There seems to be a lot of interesting chatter going on. I don't know what a lot of it's about, but I might have to revisit this chat later. I've just got to remember the names of those VPNs. Hang on. Proton and what was the other one? Nord. Okay. Nord and Proton. Proton. Oh, who did that? There's $20. Deb, stop it. You spoiled me. Save your pennies and come down and have lunch with me at Park Cafe soon. You're so generous. Sunny thanks you, Deb. Beautiful girl. I know, she's the best. You're about to order breakfast, cement shoes. Enjoy. Until we groove again. Isn't she awesome, Turtle Dove? Lovely Deb. She's the best. All right, beautiful people. I'm going to log off. I'm going to go feed my floof and then head off to this little gathering, and I'm going to get a really good night's sleep. So nobody worry about me not looking after my shelf. It's already starting to get very cold in here now. The heater's off. And thank you again, Debbie. I love you. I love you back again, Groover. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. Sunny will be very excited to know she's officially richer than me now. And we may see you in the morning. Yeah, it'll be my shout too, Deb. I'll pay with all the money you've given me in the last few weeks. I'll buy lunch. I'll take it out of Sunny's bank account. What was I going to say? Yeah, possibly tomorrow. Look, there'll be an Amber discussion at some point anyway. Tomorrow, if I can sort out this VPN thing, then maybe we'll be doing it live, but it'll be over on Smooth Criminal just in case Dateline gets really, I don't know about Dateline. I'm not sure if I've had a very bad experience with most American TV networks with batshit. So, if other creators in the US are going to stream it live, then I reckon we're safe. But if they're not, at least if I get a strike, it'll be on another channel. Because this channel, I don't want to lose the monetization on this channel because we sponsor animals and buy Sunny expensive scratching posts and, all the important stuff. You brighten my days. Turtle Dove, all of you do. No, risky for us. That's a bit cryptic, Francesca. Hang on, I'll put my heater on for a sec. Explain that comment. Is you saying no, it's risky for us to do that? I can handle one strike on the Smooth Criminal channel. I mean, the Smooth Criminal channel is just an archive channel for anything I do crime related. And, my podcast and stuff, but all of that stuff I can easily put back over onto this channel if it's not already on this channel. Risky re-copyright. Yeah, exactly. And it's Amber Heard. You're right. I mean, why would I even... I don't want to strike. But considering my strike on this channel was over a Vegemite commercial, it might as well be over Amber Heard on Smooth Criminal. But copyright, I'll stop and start it. I won't be playing, although I will play the full. Look, we'll work it out. There might be little shorts on YouTube and things like that. We might be able to do snippets of it rather than the whole interview. I don't care enough about her to do. I just want to make fun of her because she's a fucking idiot. It would still, the link will be in my community page, AJ. I don't want to go live and risk this channel even just to do that. I get your suggestion, but yeah, I'm not getting a strike actually even on Smooth Criminal over Amber fucking Heard. No way. But I will take the piss out of her, and there might be little snippets we can play. I mean, an hour of Amber's kind of the closest thing I can think of to torture right now anyway. So we might just watch a few snippets and have a few laughs. But on that note, guys, I am going to go in because it is a bit cold out here in the car, and I know there's a little cat upstairs who heard me come home ages ago. I love you, Groovers. Yeah, I wouldn't risk this one, and I don't really want to risk the other one now, come to think of it. Not over Amber fucking Heard. On that note, Groovers, stay groovy. Don't be like Amber fucking Heard. And I'll see you all across the weekend. Lots of cooking tomorrow. Come and hang out in the shitty kitty kitchen. I'll just go back through the menu one more time before I end this. We're gonna make Cheats paella. We're going to make a chorizo or a chorizo paella. We're going to make a green soup. I can't remember which one. It might be broccoli. I'm not sure. We're making a apple and rosemary jelly that's really lovely. Like a lot of people serve quince and fig pastes with cheeses, but this is a really yummy, very easy apple and rosemary, using rosemary out of my garden jelly to serve with yummy cheeses. And we're also going to make a chocolate mousse. So there's a lot happening in the Shitty Kitty kitchen tomorrow, big cook up. And then Sunday, I'm going to do an introduction to the trial I'm going to be covering that'll be happening in Australia. So there's a lot going on. There's something for everyone. Do an Amber sock puppet and do reenactments. No strikes plus creative. I'll think about that suggestion, Turtle Dove. Well, if you cook myself, I do easy recipes, cement shoes. Anyway, I'm going in. My legs are getting really cold, and I love you. This chocolate mousse is a very basic, very easy, simple one. It's like 4 ingredients. Personally, Nigella Lawson's chocolate mousse is my favorite chocolate mousse ever, but this is a really simple, quick one. It's like a Cheats chocolate mousse. All right, I'm going, guys. I'm freezing. I won't be any good to any of you if I end up with frostbite. So take care, Groovers. And yes, the Brittany Higgins trial, it's going to be very interesting. Well, it's not, she's actually the victim. It's not, the trial isn't her, but a very full-on story. All right, I'm going, guys. I am seriously freezing. I love you all. I'll see you all again very soon. Take care out there.